Trying to impress people doesn't work, okay? Trying to say what people maybe want to hear from you, or memorizing pickup lines, post-curated photos, all of this doesn't work because people feel your real intention. They feel all of that. And that's why superficial pickup techniques doesn't work out. Now, what is the real shift? For the real shift, you need to have clear communication and congruence. And that means that you really communicate what you truly feel, what you truly want, and that you stand for that without apology. Why is it that pickup lines and trying to impress people doesn't work out? First of all, whenever you try to impress people, you try actually subconsciously to please people, right? And you care what people think of you. Because if you wouldn't care, you wouldn't try to impress, you will try to express yourself, right? Pickup lines are very often about techniques, but in reality, it's not about the message that you send or the kind of sentence that you say. It's more about your energy and that you can communicate it clearly, right? So techniques are very often actually a side effect. The right techniques on what you need, they're unimportant in comparison to the laws of the universe, like the law of state transference. The state that you have will get transferred to another person. How you feel about yourself is how people feel about you. Okay, so why is it that clear communication is then important? Well, first of all, it's not about impression, it's about expression. And when it comes to clear communication, you want that people see what kind of person you are, what you stand for. And that means that you have a clear intention. So for example, you want to have a relationship and you can communicate that you clearly stand for that. And what is another element that you need to look at? Is that you have full dedication or full commitment to what you want, or that you just fully commit against that you just don't want it at all. For example, if you want to go in a relationship, it's confusing if you are uncertain. So people feel this uncertainty. So when you communicate something, have full commitment towards that. And if you really don't want it, then just don't commit to it at all. Never make a half thing. Never make the thing half-heartedly, because people will feel this uncertainty in you. Another thing that it's important to look at is society's conditioning. Society conditions you to be politically correct instead of being yourself, right? So you should always be like others and fit the norm. But whenever you are like that, you're not unique. You're actually suppressing yourself. So you want to get away from that and instead do what you truly want. If you want to approach a person, you approach this person and you clearly communicate in the way that fits your style, even if it's against the norm. So become always observant about society's conditioning, or when you try to impress people, because this very often comes from overthinking or being too attached to something, right? So observe these patterns about you and practice clear communication with full dedication and commitment. Be clear about what you want. Just ask yourself what you truly want, commit yourself to that, and practice communicate that. And by the way, if you want to have more of that, join my free Facebook group down below for ambitious men who want to attract the right people and master the social area. Okay, now the second thing is about congruence, right? Because what does it mean, first of all, congruence? So congruence means like your emotions, your thoughts, your words, and your actions, they are aligned. Okay, they are basically all on the same level, the same frequency. So this means when you are not congruent within you, but you communicate something, people mistrust you, they are confused. For example, you say that you are this kind of person, or you say you're confident, but you don't feel like that, then people feel confused about you, right? So this is why it's important to practice alignment, so that people feel this congruence in the way how you speak, how you sell yourself, right? So you want to always practice that. And another important point is authenticity. So the more aligned you are with your inner and outer world, the more authentic you seem. And what I mean in this case especially is if you open up and show also your vulnerable side or things that you're afraid of. So basically you go beyond your comfort zone, express yourself in a way how you usually don't, then people will open up as well, right? People will open up if you open up, because this is the law of, this is how the universe reflects it to you. The law of projection. The way how you see it, how people are towards you is a projection, right? You open up, people open up towards you. And by the way, if you express yourself and people don't want to do anything with you, this is great, because you don't want to have contact or too much contact with people who actually don't give a damn about who you are, right? So this is great. This is great because now you become congruent and you attract people that are fitting to your lifestyle instead of people that are actually not aligned with you. So it's actually a win when you notice that some people get out of your life or spend less time with you. For example, I was in the past joining a lot of seminars, but the way how I communicated was attached. So I was attached and therefore I was communicating not clearly. I was incongruent. I had this state of fear, okay? And when I started to be congruent and communicated to the right people, like I communicated, for example, that I love success, these principles that I also teach on YouTube, right? Universal principles and success principles, psychology of success. Then people started to be attracted to me, especially people who are interested in that. And this is what I wanted. So I started to attract more people that are the same stuff like me, right? And if you want also attract the right people, join my Facebook group down below, and it's for free. And there I share content that goes beyond the YouTube channel here. And see you next time. Bye bye.